Hello, magandang buhay. So ngayon yan, ang i-discuss ko is on how to solve quadratic equation using completing the square. So ginagamit natin to if ang given quadratic equation natin is not factorable and we cannot choose yung extracting square root. So kung hindi pwede yung dalawang method na na-discuss ko before, is pwede naman gamitin itong third method, which is nga itong completing the square. Okay? Now, ready na? So, let's have this example. So, itong unang example natin is na bigay na sa example ng factoring. So, gusto ko lang ipakita sa inyo na itong equation na to is pwede nating, hindi lang siya pwede sa factoring. Okay, pwede rin gamitin sa completing the square. And we will get the same result. Okay? So, unang gagawin natin when using completing the square method is to isolate the constant term. Yung constant term, alam naman natin na wala siyang variable. So, dito i-isolate natin siya, ililipat natin siya sa right side. Okay? So, makita natin, we have here x squared plus 6x. Maglalagay ako ng space dito, kasi mamaya may ilalagay tayo dyan, equals, yung positive a magiging negative once na nilipat natin siya on the other side. So, magiging negative a dyan. And then, maglalagay din tayo ng space dito kasi kung anong lalagay natin dito sa part na to is ganun din dito. Okay? So now, next step natin is hanapin natin yung value ng b. And the value of b is positive 6. Right? Kasi this is ax squared plus bx plus c. So, yung value ng b ang kukunin natin. So, we have, ito yung magiging formula na gagamitin natin dyan. So, we have b over 2 squared. Okay. So, yung b natin is 6. I-divide natin to ng 2 and then squared. Ito yung i-follow natin. So, that is b divided by 2 squared. Okay. So, we have 6 divided by 2, that is 3 squared. And what is 3 squared? 3 times 3, ibig sabihin ng 3 squared is mumultiply natin si 3 ng sarili niya. So, that is 9. Okay? So, yun ang ilalagay natin here. So, positive or positive 9. Kasi nga, positive yung nakuha natin dyan. Okay? Next niyan is dito sa left side is meron na tayong perfect square trinomial. When we say perfect square trinomial, factorable siya. Okay? And perfect square, yung ating constant. So, ganun yan, yung PST, yung perfect square trinomial. So, pwede natin yung i-factor. Actually, itong completing the square, it's a combination of factoring and extracting square root. Makikita nyo rin habang dinidiscuss ko yung solution. Okay, now, kapag yan, naging perfect square trinomial na yan, pwede na natin yung i-factor. Okay, so ganun yan. So, dito, ano yung ilalagay ko dito sa loob ng binomial? So, ilalagay natin sa loob ng binomial is this one, yung may squared. Yun ang ilalagay ko sa loob. Kung ano ang sign yan, ganun din yung magiging sign ng nasa binomial natin. So, we have positive 3. Okay? So, ganun lang yon. Equals, so, ito niyan, ang gagawin natin sa side na to, sa right side na to, is either mag-add ka or magsasubtract. That depends on the sign of the two numbers. So, since magkaiba sila ng sign, unlike sign sila, so magsasubtract tayo. So, subtract natin si 8 at saka si 9. So, that will give us 1. na. Ngayon, ano ang magiging sign ng 1? Is it negative or positive? So, that is positive kasi mas malaki yung value ng 9. Compare it to 8. So, ipa-follow natin yung sign ng 9. So, ilalagay ko pa ba yung positive dito since nag-iisa lang naman si 1? Kahit hindi na. Okay? So, next niyan, nagagawin natin, dahil nakuha na natin yung x plus 3, the quantity x plus 3 squared equals 1, ang next thing na gagawin natin is i-extract natin to by using the square root. So, ito yung katulad ng ginawa natin sa first method. So, mag-square root natin both sides. And do not forget yung positive and negative. So, square root natin. So, makakancel ito. And then, ang matitira is x plus 3 equals positive, negative. What is square root of 1? That is 1. So, this is not yet the final answer kasi we need to combine yung similar terms. At ang similar terms natin dito, ito, at saka si positive and negative 1. So, ita-transpose natin yung positive 3. Okay, so may iwan dito si x equals, so yung positive 3 natin magiging negative 3, and we have positive and negative 1. So next niyan, ang gagawin natin is distribute natin yung sa 3, ay yung sa 1, kasi dalawa yung sign niya. So we have x equals negative 3 plus 1, at saka x equals negative 3 minus 1. So now let us solve. X equals, ito we have different sign, unlike sign, so magsasubtract tayo. 3 minus 1, that is 2. And then copy the sign of the highest value. And the sign of the highest value is negative. So we have negative here. Next, we have x is equal to this one, dahil like sign sila, parehas yung sign nila. So, i-add natin sila. So, we have 4. 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. And then, copy the sign. Kasi similar naman sila. Parehas naman sila. Okay? And this is now the roots of our equation. So, the roots of the equations are negative 2 and negative 4. So, check nyo dun sa kanina if, dun sa factoring, yung example ko sa factoring, if we got the same answer. Okay? Now, let's have example number 2. Similar din to sa ating example sa factoring. So, let's have number 2. So, ang first thing na gagawin natin is we're going to isolate the constant term. So, isolate natin yan. Transpose natin sa kabilang side. So, we will have x squared minus x. Maglalagay ako ng space here equals yung negative 20 natin. Kapag tinranspose natin, magiging positive 20. I'm going to give space here after 20. And then, ang next thing na gagawin natin once na na-isolate na yung constant natin is hanapin natin yung value ng b. And we will use this formula, yung quantity b over 2 squared. So, ang value ng b natin here is ito yon. So, since walang naka-indicate na numerical coefficient nakatabi ni x, ibig sabihin nun, that is invisible 1. So, ilalagay din natin pati yung sign. So, ang sign ng b natin is negative 1 over 2 squared. Yan. We have, ibig sabihin ng square dito is we're going to multiply the number by itself. So, negative 1 times negative 1, that is positive. 1. 2 times 2, that is 4. So, yun yung ilalagay natin dito sa line natin. So, we have positive kasi yung answer natin dito is positive. So, positive 1 over 4. Ayan, no? Papakita natin. Positive 1 over 4. Okay, once na nagawa na natin yung second step, ang third step natin is, dahil nagkaroon na tayo ng perfect square trinomial, is we're going to express yung perfect square trinomial natin as a square of a binomial. So, factor natin yan. So, we have x. Yan. So, ano ilalagay ko dito sa loob? Ang ilalagay ko dun sa loob, para hindi kayo malito, is kung ano yung nandito. Yan. So, naglagay na ako ng arrow para hindi kayo malito. And that is negative 1 over 2. And then, do not forget the square sa labas ng parenthesis. Next is, syempre, i-add natin to. Bakit tayo mag-add? Kasi nga, they have similar sign. So, like sign sila, so mag-add tayo. So, paano mag-add ng fraction at saka whole number? So, since whole number yan, and then this is a fraction, automatic, ang ating denominator is 4. So, ang gagawin natin yan is, i-multiply lang natin si 4 ng 20. So, 4 times 20. Times lang natin. Para makuha lang natin yung sagot dito. That is 80, right? Next is plus 1. Kasi nga, bakit plus 1? Dahil nga pares pa rin na 1/4 yan. 1/4. So, ganun lang siya. So, next is we have x minus 1/2 quantity squared. I-rewrite ko lang. 80 plus 1, that is 81 over 4. Ganun lang siya. Next is we're going to extract this equation. Extract natin siya by using the principle of square root. So, squared natin siya both sides. So, do not forget the positive and negative. Cancel natin to. This will give us x minus 1/2 equals positive and negative. What is the square root of 81? That's 9. Kasi 9 times 9 equals 81. And what is the square root of 4? The answer is 2. So, next thing is, we're going to combine similar terms. So, pagsasama natin yung parehas. Dahil parehas silang constant, ipagsasama natin sila. So, ililipat ko si negative 1/2 sa kabila kasi kailangan matira lang dito si x. So, we have x equals, yung negative 1/2 magiging positive 1/2. Then, we have positive, negative, rewrite lang natin yan, 9 over 2. Separate lang natin para makuha na natin yung value ng x. So, we have x equals 1/2 plus 9 over 2 at saka x is equal to 1/2 minus 9 over 2. Okay, so add natin to since similar sign sila. So, we have, pag nag-a-add kayo ng fraction, kapag parehas yung denominator nila, just copy lang yung denominator. Pag nag-a-add lang, ha? At nagsasubtract. So, 2. So, add mo lang yan yung numerator. So, 1 plus 9, that is 10. So, simplify if kailangan i-simplify. So, what is 10 divided by 2? That is 5. So, yung first root natin is 5. Next is, dun tayo sa other side, x equals, so, since magkaibang sign itong dalawa, ito ay positive, at ito ay negative. So, sasubtract lang natin. Subtraction pa rin yan. So, copy lang natin yung denominator na 2. And then, we're going to subtract yung numerator. So, 1 at saka 9, subtract mo, we have 8. And then, copy the sign of the highest value. What's the highest value? That is 9. And the sign of 9 is negative. So, we have negative here. So, simplify if kailangan. X is equal to negative divided by positive, that's negative. So, 8 divided by 2, that is equal to 4. So, the other root is negative 4. Okay? So, the answer here is we have 5 and negative 4. So we have 5 and negative 4. So these are now the roots of the given equation na x squared minus x minus 20. Okay, let's have last example for this method. We have x squared plus 3x minus 18 equals 0. So first thing na gagawin natin is to isolate the constant term. And the constant term is negative 18. So, lipat natin siya sa other side. So, we have x squared plus 3x. So, maglalagay ako ng space or line. And then, since ililipat ko si negative 18, magiging positive 18 siya. So, we have positive 18. And then, lalagay ako ng space here. Okay, next is to find the value of b. So, what's the value of b? Yung value ng b is this one. Okay, yung positive 3. So, the value of b is 3. Positive. So, since positive yan, no need to put yung positive sign. So, that's 3. Then, rewrite lang yung 2. Then, squared. So, multiply by itself. 3 times 3, that is 9. Over 2 times 2, that's 4. So, yun ang ilalagay natin dito sa dalawang side. So, we have 9 over 4. So, this is positive kasi positive yung answer natin. Next is we're going to express the perfect square trinomial as a square of a binomial. So, express lang natin yan. We have, maglalagay muna ako ng ganyan. So, ano ilalagay ko dito sa loob? So, yung ilalagay natin dyan sa loob is ito. Yan. Yan yung ilalagay sa loob. Pati yung sign niya. So, we have positive 3 over 2. Okay, ganun lang siya. And then, ito niyan sa left side sa right side natin is i-work out natin yung fraction at saka yung whole number. So, i-add natin sila. Mag-a-add tayo kasi nga like sign sila. So, since fraction yung isa at numerator yung isa, syempre, ang susundin natin na denominator will be yung denominator ng fraction natin, which is 4. So, next thing is, ayan, i-multiply lang natin si 4 sa 18. Okay? So, multiply lang natin yan. Lagay ko na lang dito, 18 times 4, that's 32. 4 times 8, 32. 4 times 1, that's 4 plus 3, 7. So, the answer here is 72 plus 9. Okay, so we have x plus 3 over 2. I-rewrite ko lang, squared, quantity squared, equals 72 plus 9. So that's, kung nahirapan kayo, pwede nyo namang i-add yan. That's 81. Okay, so we have 81 over 4. So, similar lang siya dun sa kanina. Okay. So, next is we're going to apply extracting square root or the square root principle. So we will put a square root on both sides. So we need to cancel this. Ang may iwan na lang is x plus 3 over 2 equals positive, negative. So, kailangan natin kunin yung square root ng 81. So, square root of 81 is 9 over yung square root ng 4, that is 2. Okay, next is separate natin. So, we have x. Bago natin separate is transpose muna natin yung 3 over 2 sa kabila. Kasi similar siya as constant kay 9 over 2. So, we have x equals, yung positive magiging negative, 3 over 2 plus minus 9 over 2. Okay, so separate na natin yan. Kasi nga dalawa yung sign ng 9 over 2. Ito yun. And dalawang roots ang hinahanap natin. So, we have x equals negative 3 over 2 plus 9 over 2. And yung sa kabila is x equals negative 3 over 2 minus 9 over 2. So, work out na natin yan. So, since ito ay negative at positive, so kailangan natin mag-subtract. X equals, ang denominator natin dito, dahil parehas sila, so 2 lang yan. So, negative 3 plus 9. Anong magiging sagot natin? Subtract natin. We have 6 over 2. So, yung 6 ba natin, is it positive or negative? That's positive. Kasi nga, ang highest value natin is 9. So, ang sign ng 9 is positive. Kaya positive din yung 6. So, hindi na natin ilalagay yung positive na sign. So, we need to simplify 6 over 2. Kasi nga si 6 divisible siya ng 2. So, 6 divided by 2, that is 3. So, this is now the first root ng ating equation. So, next is sa kabila tayo. We have x equals similar fraction tayo. So, meron tayong similar na denominator. And then, we have negative 3 minus 9. Since similar sign sila, like sign sila, so we need to add. So, 3 at saka 9, that is 12. So, 3 plus 9, 12. And then, copy the sign. So, we have negative 12 over 2. So, simplify natin. X equals 12 divided by 2. That's 6. And yung 6 natin is negative. Okay, so this is now the other roots of our given equation, quadratic equation. Okay, so we have 3 and negative 6. So these are the roots of our equation x squared plus 3x minus 18. I hope naintindihan nyo yung completing the square. Okay, so kailangan nyo lang mag-practice na isolve ulit itong mga ito. Okay, bye!